My name is Jose Maria Osorio Gonzalez. I'm from Merida. I'm a tourist guide. We're here at Kabah. Kabah, it's one of the most important cities of what we call the Puuc region. Puuc region, it's in the south part of Yucatan state. Another city very important of this region, it's Uxmal. Uxmal has several buildings that were considered by important architects as a masterpiece of the architecture of the mankind. In the case of Kabah and Uxmal were strongly related. There was a connection between those by a sakbe, which in Mayan means literally white road. Without the connection, life was impossible. Okay, one depended on the other, and one, of course, was more important than the other. In this case, Uxmal, it seems to be there was a capital of the region. In the Puuc region, one of the characteristics is that many of the most important buildings, palaces or temples, they surround an area, a plaza, which is known in archaeology as a quadrangle. On the center part of the quadrangle, there is a small platform, and at the center part of that platform, there's a small column, okay, that it was representing the axle of the world, okay, the axis mundi. And at the same time, that axle of the world, in many sections they have found that it was a phallic symbol, see? We cannot deny that, like any culture, one of the most important things that the Mayas were asking to the gods was life. Many of the sites of the Puuc region, they coexisted or they were occupied at the same time as other important cities. There's another Mayan city known as Chichen Itza. Both of them, we may say, coexisted. And there are legends, actually, there in a certain moment, there was a confederation between Uxmal, Chichen Itza, and another site known as Mayapan. But based on that scarification, basado en la scarificación, these were not Mayan warriors, no eran guerreros mayas, see? Or they were Mayas that adopted, let's say, the culture of the center part. O eran Mayas que adoptaron la cultura del centro.
Kabah is known as the second greatest religious center in the Puuc style. It communicates with Uxmal via Asachi. That's the Mayan road. The most outstanding building is the Palacio de los Macarones. It shows an impressive facade composed of 250 large marks of God Shak. It's carved in stone. Kabah has two important buildings, the Kaj Pak, which means the coiled carpet, considered to be the temple of Shak, god of water, where the experts found 7 sculptures of Mayan governors facing east, as if waiting every morning for the sunrise that will give life to living beings, and the palace, clear examples of early architecture.
Tlatao, inin koskat, semi impoguateteshpan momaltilistli.
This is the field of Chile Habanero, and it's where the growers are the spice kings.
We are in Calakmul. It's one of the biggest sites in the Mayan world. We are 4 hours south of Campeche, and this is the main capital of the southeast of Campeche. Calakmul means the twin mountains, or we know the ancient name of this place was Uxtetun, meaning the 3 stones, or the place where all the Mayan history began. Behind me is the structure number 13. It was a royal tomb of this very powerful queen during the 7th century. In front of me is the ball court, one of the most important buildings here in Calakmul.
Calakmul, the city of 2 adjacent pyramids, is the name given to the site of one of the largest and most important cities of the lowlands in the ancient Mayan. The Mayan ruins contain almost 7,000 ancient structures, including one of the tallest Mayan pyramids ever built. The residential remains of the city cover some 8 square miles, and its extensive and its extensive system of canals and reservoirs once served a population of over 50,000 Mayans.
These stelae are dated to, they have glyphs on them that are dated to 650 AD approximately. And this was the time of the reign of a very powerful king here in Calakmul. The palace that's up here on the right was probably one of his residences. The platform that the palace is on is artificial. It was built to put this complex up on top. And it was these homes, these palaces were always on a height so that they could be above the rest of the people, the Maya civilization being highly stratified.
This is Zachi Cenote. It's an underground river. We dined on typical dishes while the ladies sat and we watched them make tortillas. Hotel Royal Hideaway in Playa Car is a lush property with lots of amenities and a large pool facing the Caribbean Sea. The Punta del Mar restaurant offers lots of fresh, delicious dishes.
Welcome to the Handicraft Center. Here I'm weaving a little hammock chair. I know to weave since 15 years ago. I learned this from my grandfather, and it's easy for me because I have made a lot of hammocks, different ones. Also, I weave rugs, I weave blankets. The name in this shop is the 1001 Hammock. My name is Martin Soriano. Martin Soriano. I am Mayan people, Mayan descendants.
How many days does it take you to make a hammock?
I need 3 days for a small hammock, and I need 10 days when I want to weave a big hammock.
And then the big cloth, is that rapis?
Also, yeah, I need 7 days. And check, I can weave fast. For example, now I can tell you that I have a lot of different models, style of hammocks, because I have a good quality.
I love these typical colorful ceramics. Spice and color is what Mexico is all about. These kids are so cute. They always steal the show. This is their version of the Mexican hat dance.
Mexico is such an incredible treasure. It's our friendly neighbor in the south. We were here for 2 weeks of the aromas and the tastes of Mexico. We explored the Yucatan, Mérida, Palenque, so many different areas that, you know, it brings you back into a very special place where you feel that you have really discovered the country. Until next week, I'm Jon Haggins, the GlobeTrotter. Remember, get up, get out, and travel!
Look forward to seeing you next week for part 3 of the Mexican Yucatan.